So I want to mention one thing that I haven't talked about before on this channel, which is PSYOPS. So PSYOPS is psychological operations. I have heard this term on YouTube lately, and luckily it's been like almost popping off. So people are waking up in some sense. So PSYOPS, psychological operations, are not like a made-up Reddit term. It's actually something that exists. And that's, I will give you a few examples. So one PSYOP is YouTube removing the dislike button. So it's just like, for example, some legacy media like BBC, CNN, and stuff like that. When they post some bullshit, earlier you could mass dislike the video, and like when someone enters the video and he sees like 1,000 likes and 10,000 dislikes, they can dislike and feel like, yeah, we agree here. I'm not alone in this. They are spreading bullshit. But after YouTube removed the dislike button and said it was for mental health of creators, and we can still see the dislikes. So it's like, it doesn't do anything. It's like pure bullshit. They removed the dislike button, so the attacks on media can't really happen anymore. They can post bullshit, whatever they want, and people won't be able to see how many dislikes they are. And if you dislike the video, it's like almost useless. It doesn't do anything with the algorithm. And also, it's just like you will almost feel alone. Like you will feel frustrated, like seeing that bullshit, and almost like powerless to do anything. Compared to before, when you would dislike and think like, yeah, fuck yeah, like 10 times more dislikes than likes. Here we agree, this is bullshit. But right now when you dislike, you can't really, you don't feel anything because you are almost alone. You don't see any number there. So that's one psychological operation, just like influencing people to, just like now we can't even like riot in that sense of like mass disliking bullshit because it won't do anything. I mean, you can I use a YouTube app, a YouTube Revanced, that has like on my phone, that has like the dislike number. I can see dislikes on any video, but yeah, still it's losing the point of disliking when everyone can't see that. The next psychological operation is even more important and even bigger. For example, you have probably heard of the food pyramid. For example, when I was in primary school, so about 4 years ago, I just like started working out. I didn't know much. I wasn't even watching YouTube. I just didn't know much, but I have read one book back then, which was a low carbs, high fat diet, and it was just about diet. The book was about diet, and only one book and nothing else. I haven't watched any YouTube content. I didn't really have a phone to use too much. I was limited to 1 hour a day at that time, I think. And yeah, I mean, I didn't have any like knowledge about it. I was just starting to work out. I could maybe do like 30 push-ups or something. That's pretty much it. And I read a book about diet, and I remember like it was 7th grade of primary school. I was opening the book for biology, and there was a food pyramid, and it said that you should eat the most like bread, pasta, rice, like those kinds of carbs, and that you should literally almost avoid meat, eggs, dairy, that you should eat the least of it, and also like salt and stuff like that, that you should almost avoid it completely, compared to like carbs, like from bread, from pasta, from rice, that you should eat the most. Like fruits and vegetables are in the middle. And like I remember literally in 7th grade saying like, this is bullshit, like what are you teaching us? I was literally telling everyone in the class like, guys, is this possible? This is such bullshit. And I remember people almost making fun of me because nobody really took me seriously back then. But later, literally, like when I was watching YouTube, when I was reading more books, when I was watching more influencers, looking into research, looking into my own experience after years of experimenting with different diets, I saw that I was right all the time, that it's pure bullshit. Like you should eat the most, like animal products, vegetables, fruits, not bread and pasta. Like bread and pasta is bullshit. Like you can eat bread and pasta sometimes. It can give you a boost for a workout, maybe because you will get your muscles full of glycogen and you will get some water retention and stuff. But eat, like saying that you should eat more bread and pasta than meat, it's like, I couldn't believe it that someone could put that in a book that we need to study for school. Like that's almost like, by the way, you can literally, like, I mean, the channel is pretty old. It's in Serbian. I will put a screenshot up here that I made a video like 3 or 4 years ago talking about this, like that the food pyramid in books is bullshit. and I was right all the time. You can see in the thumbnail, like I was just starting to work out. My bicep was like pretty small. You will see in the thumbnail. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. But that's another psychological operation. That food pyramid, putting it into the books, into the media, like telling people, yeah, you need more carbs, you need more like bullshit, and you should eat less meat and less animal products. That's a psyop, psychological operation. So yeah, like I gave you a few examples. So this is like when literally almost like propaganda, like a country is wanting to make you believe something that's complete bullshit. So yeah, yeah, guys, see you tomorrow.